right, so that was a very heavy episode of that one. So we finally got to some big reasons why, like, we've been trying to figure out, like, okay, we've seen some things before. We figured it was leading to something like bigger. But it was interesting though, because I feel like we never expected it to be someone else being victimized. Yeah. It was her witnessing someone being victimized, which that is interesting. It's
was that she went away feeling like I shouldn't have just stood there. I should have jumped out. Guilt. I should have stopped him. I should have, and it's like, well, sure, she should have. But at the same time, she might have been, you can be kind of frozen in a moment and feel like, I don't know what to do. I've never been in this situation. What do I do? She might have been afraid that he would hurt her in some way. So, I mean, I get why she didn't, but obviously I wish she had, but I get why she didn't.
Right.
That's a pretty tough thing to live with, though, to have to think like, oh, this happened to this person and I didn't do anything. So that's hard. And by the way, with YouTube, it censors out certain words. We'll try to keep it vague, not because we are shying away from the reality of the situation, but just because
we have to be YouTube friendly.
Like it, so we have to be,
we got to keep things YouTube friendly. So throughout this series, and we mentioned that in the earlier episodes, but you always got to be, with sensitive topics like this, we have to be very careful with word choices. So
I just want you to know it's not because we are minimizing what happened or we're talking around it. But anyway, I was pretty shocked that it was not her boyfriend that did it. I guess because I was thinking her boyfriend was kind of trying to justify it, like, oh, well, we're dating anyway, and she does that with me anyway, so what's the big deal? Like, I thought you would try to justify it. But to find out it wasn't even the boyfriend, it was a friend at the party, like, that, I don't want to say it's worse because both scenarios are equally bad, whether it's a boyfriend or it's all bad. But it just shocked me that it wasn't even the boyfriend, it was just this guy.
Right.
Like, this guy just thought he could walk in and do that. It's like, whoa, like, why would you think that was in any way, shape, or form okay to just walk in to this random girl? And I mean, I know people do this, but it just really
I'm shocked.
Me.
I don't understand that. I mean, thankfully, I don't understand the mentality, but I don't understand the mentality either. I think that's
it's very entitled. It's like, I can just do what I want to do to you.
I did feel a little bit seeing Justin actually have not just guilt, but he was, he did try to go back in. It did make me have different feelings. I thought Justin was just this creepy, bad guy. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have done more to stop it. He absolutely should have. So I'm not giving him a pass. But at the same time, at the bare minimal, it seemed like he at least made an attempt to stop it. He knew it was wrong, and he does have actual guilt over that happening. So made me feel slightly different about Justin's character, because the whole time I thought it was just him and like, he's just a bad guy. But there's a little more to it. There's layers to Justin. So there's more there. So I do think he should have done a little more to get in there. I don't get this whole we're friends so we share type of mentality. That was I don't know who does that. I know that those people exist. I know there's guys out there that are like that.
Like, don't share people.
Yeah,
that's just bizarre.
Again, I don't really understand that either. And then are you not aware that this is a crime? I mean, that's a crime, a serious crime. So
that was bizarre to me. They act like they don't get the.
Why?
There's criminals everywhere, I guess, but it's bizarre to me that it's just like to have the mentality that this is okay.
Right. And why do you want someone that didn't agree to be with you or doesn't want to be with you? That's
what I was thinking too, is how is this even like enjoyable when the person is either fighting you off or when the person is just laying there unconscious? Like, how is that enjoyable to you? Like, that makes you a gross person if you can enjoy that. Like, how would you enjoy that? Like,
yeah.
And I feel sorry for Jessica, because while she makes a lot of bad decisions, this, that just shouldn't happen to anybody. And the fact that she made a bad decision and getting really drunk should have been a cause for her friends and boyfriend and whoever else to protect her. Like, oh my gosh, she's had a lot to drink. We better make sure she's okay and not, like, that's not, somebody drinking a lot is not when you're it just shows what kind of person you are, that you think that's a good time to take advantage of them.
Right.
Instead of saying, that's my friend, that's my girlfriend, whatever. Like we better protect her and make sure she's safe since she drank a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. They really, and I understand from Hannah's perspective. She explained why she didn't even understand why she didn't do anything. But you've got to think, like, I don't know, make a noise or something. I mean, again, though, this guy's coming in to basically attack her friend, and she's just, I mean, I could see she's just, a girl too. So she doesn't want to be the next victim.
Right.
So.
I was thinking she might have been afraid to say something because she's thinking, I don't want it to happen to me, which in a way sounds kind of sucky because you're like, well, you're just like saving yourself. But at the same time, you can understand that, right?
Yeah.
You might think, well, I'm afraid to speak up. I don't know. It's just a really hard situation. And we also have to remember that, like, we might struggle with what to do in a situation like that. And we're adults, but to be, 16, 17, whatever. And like, you don't have a lot of life experience yet. I mean, you're just now starting to get your life experience, and you don't always know how to handle these different situations with people, and especially criminal situations or maybe potentially dangerous situations. So to know what to do, like, I don't think any of them really know what to do.
Yeah. I was happy on one hand that Clay finally confronted his mom, but he still was a bit cryptic. So she's going to jump to conclusions. So he told her just enough for her to jump to her own conclusions and just like not really know the story, just think she kind of does, but she really doesn't. She doesn't know anything.
But I'm being hopeful that this opened the door for him to for her to kind of, she has just enough to kind of maybe work some more information out of him next time.
Right.
So I really hope that he talks more to her, because I remember, being a kid and you think like, oh, the adults aren't going to understand this or that, or they're going to do things that I don't want it to go this way or whatever. But now that I'm an adult, I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, someone just please talk to the adults. They can help you. They can help you. Like, you don't have to handle this by yourself.
I did like that they did, and I mentioned this in the reaction, they did 3 different perspectives, because it also shows the story's a little different from every perspective too. It's just small things, but seeing it from Hannah's perspective, you see the silhouettes, and I don't know if I think you just really couldn't make out what was going on. But it looked like she didn't really know what Jessica was thinking or saying, and we didn't see anything from Justin's perspective, because Hannah didn't see that. So she doesn't know how he felt or what he was doing in that moment. Yeah, and she didn't. We also forget sometimes that the characters don't have the same information we have. We saw 3 different viewpoints. They don't have the exact same memories either.
But we don't. We kind of forget sometimes, or at least I do, that we see the characters and their different experiences and the different viewpoints, but we might forget that like they don't have each other's that. So like we saw how Hannah saw something and we saw how Justin saw something, and we didn't see, like they don't see each other's. Also, reliable narrator, we keep talking about it. An unreliable narrator isn't necessarily someone that is lying. It's just somebody that had a different perspective and their memory might be a little different. And so I'm glad that they showed a few of those moments where it wasn't exactly the same. So we know she's not lying. She just doesn't have the same perspective as everybody else. So she doesn't have the exact same memory because everybody had a different perspective. So Jessica probably didn't remember it the exact same way, but once her memory is jogged, suddenly she might think, hey, I do remember this now, and this is how I reacted. So it's just, it's also interesting. When you're in a situation where you're kind of like, oh my goodness, what's happening? What do I do? That can also impact your memory because you're so frozen and you're kind of freaking out and you're trying to make decisions really quickly about what do you do. Then it does kind of impact your brain's ability to process what's happening, which is why they have the whole fight, flight, freeze response thing. Yeah. And she didn't want that to be real. I think she just wanted to just make that just to be just some sort of weird, blackout thing or something like that. So I think that's just your brain's defense, so you don't have to deal with it. Yeah. Sometimes when people experience, whether experiencing or witnessing something traumatic, their brain does kind of try to gloss it over and block it out to protect them. Yeah. Also, Hannah did say when she was in the room on the tape, she said, I knew I was really drunk. And so she might have even had some doubt of like, okay, I'm really drunk, so am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Am I hearing what I think I'm hearing? Because, you know, she might even have some doubt in her own mind until she did the tape. I think once she was giving the tape, she had settled on, no, I know what happened. But when she was actually in the room still, she might have had some doubt over what, you know, am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? So,
Right.
So that whole situation was really, and it was really a lot. And every other thing that's happened so far has been bad, but not to the level of this. So I feel like we're really delving more into like the reasons that finally kind of broke Hannah down, as opposed to the buildup of all the little things that happened at school. Kind of like problematic and affected her year, but maybe more life-changing. And now we seem to be getting into more of the like the final things that really did it for her.
Right. Do you have a rating for this episode? It's kind of a weird one to rate, probably.
It's hard to rate just because of everything that happened. I don't know. I don't know. I found it difficult to watch. I mean, I can't say I enjoyed it. You know, I found it like there were a lot of parts where I kind of just thought like I wanted to look away, or I didn't want to like.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I wouldn't rate it low because it wasn't a bad episode.
I think it's like just rating it from a narrative storytelling. This isn't an episode I would choose to rewatch or want to watch, or, you know, it's not that type of episode. But from a narrative perspective, I like, you know, what they did. I mean, I guess it was like an 9, I guess.
I'm going to say an 8. Because I think it was an episode that was like important, and I liked the way that they did the episode, like you said, the storytelling and all. But it's a weird episode to rate because it's not like you can be like, I loved it. You know.
On the other hand, it's like a 4 or 5 because it's not something you would be comfortable watching over and over or anything like that. I'm not like, ooh, I need to watch this scene over again.
Right.
So, I would on that hand, it's low. But from a narrative perspective, from a storytelling perspective, and I did like some of the things they did, like showing the different like point of views. 8.5, I guess.
Yeah, tell us what you guys would rate it, because it is a hard one to rate.
Yeah.
And tell us what you thought of just the way they handled the episode. I'm interested in what you thought. Kind of just the way they handle a sensitive topic. Like, let us know what you thought. And it's weird. I'm like anxious to go on to the next one because I want to continue to find out what happens. But I'm also like, I don't know. I feel like a heavier episode, you just kind of have to sit with it for a minute. You know? Yeah. So.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and I'm excited to move on to episode 10, which is was that site tape 5? We're up to tape 5, I think, or tape 6. No, it would be tape 5. Tape 5, side A, episode 10. Clay's looking at number 10 on his tape that he's got from Tony after shoving Tony around. So, but yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and go on to that one.
All right, see you guys.
All right, see you guys.